Hello, all, and welcome to a later than usual Friday night beer review. I almost said Saturday night beer review. Goes to show you how tired I am. I had to wake up early, go take my car in, had myself a nice, wonderful migraine most of the day. It's kind of declining right now, and as you know, I don't let migraine stop me from doing my reviews. But like I said, it's not bad right now. Both of my eyes are open. Usually when they're like at their peak, one eye is like kind of swollen, closed, shut, and sagging, and kind of like teary. So it's on the downward trend now. Granted, this is probably going to slow down that downward trend, but not by too much because what is it that we are reviewing tonight? And we are reviewing Bitburger Radler Notrib. 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 Bitburger Radler Notrib. No. Notrib. Bitburger Radler Notrib. I apologize to any Germans I have offended. So, of course, Radler is a mixture of lemonade and um, Pilsner beer. Shandy is a mixture of lemonade and an ale. And according to the words here, this is 60% lemonade by volume, 40% beer by volume. And I'm going to go to the website to go and get the rest of it. Oh, they have it in German on Beer Advocate. I almost want to go and mangle the German language. Erfrischend und fruchtig, herb und Geschmack. Bestes Bitburger Premium Pils und Zitronenlimonade und Kunst. I'm having way too much fun murdering the German language. Okay, but here's an English translation if you're wondering. Refreshingly dry and not too sweet, the combination of 50% Bitburger premium pills and 50% lemonade produces a dry and fresh taste of Bitburger Radler Shandy. This is apparently an old description because it is no longer 50-50, and it says here 2.5. This is 2.1 for this particular can right here. And honestly, I kind of want to go and try the more classic one, and we'll see why in just a second. So, without much further ado, let's just go and pour this one out. And Aaron, finally, I have a beer that like you can drink and you won't feel like it's too much after. This is only 2.1 ABV. Erin is just a friend of mine who watches all my videos, and she is like the ultimate lightweight when it comes to drinking. So she always says one beer is just too much. Well, this beer is a light beer, so it won't be too much. Can't get much lighter than this. And light in color too. So we got ourselves a cloudy lemon yellow, unsurprising, with a fizzy white head. And it smells of lemonade, unsurprisingly. Underneath that, kind of tastes like you kind of smell some of those crackery malts. You don't really get much in the way of the hopping. Maybe just a slight added floral essence to that citrus lemonade smell. Obviously, sweet smelling. And onto the palate now, shall we? No, it's been really hot and humid today. This is just a perfect beer for that. So up front is the taste of lemonade. And honestly, it doesn't taste like fresh squeezed lemonade, with all the pulp and everything. It kind of tastes like the stuff you get in plastic bottles It's not as bad as like Country Time. It doesn't taste artificial, but it tastes like really filtered and with sugar added. Well, I guess all lemonade has sugar added, but more sugar added than is towards my taste. A lemonade should have a little bit of bite to it, in my opinion at least. But then, as you know, I'm a fan of sours. This is so sweet up front that it's more like it's more evocative of like lemon heads rather than lemonade. The sourness is strongest in the mids, but it's pretty brief. Of course, it's just your typical lemonade sour. Citric, kind of acidity, but not too biting. Where we get to the beer aspect is in the finish, where you get a nice sense of those Pilsner malts before not really a clean finish, but a finish in which there's a lingering sweetness on the palate. I just realized that 2.1 ABV, this won't actually dehydrate you either. I believe like the limit where ABV starts, getting like you're actually losing water from drinking an alcoholic beverage is about 3.2 ABV. So still lighter than most commercial beers are actually. But this is I forgot where I was going with that train of thought. Sorry, it's been a long day. I got up a lot earlier than I usually do just to take my car in. I suppose I could take it to a garage close to here, but I mean, I like taking it to the side of the island that I like visiting. So there you go. Yeah, so you definitely get those kind of crackery Pilsner malts in the finish, but it doesn't linger. And really, the hopping is not really anywhere to be seen. On the palate, at least, there's not really a bitterness. If anything, it's probably just reducing the sweetness of the lemonade a little bit. In my mind, this really doesn't feel beer like. It feels like a really, really interesting lemon soda. It's much less sweet than a soda. As you might notice, I'm not too much of a soda drinker. I like, high-end root beers, spruce beers, those sort of herbal kind of sodas that have a bit more flavor and aroma to them. But I'm not really a soda drinker per se. Uh, this, however, would be the kind of soda I like to drink. And that is not overly sweet. It's very sweet by my standards, but still drinkable. It's not like cloyingly sweet where I don't want to drink it anymore. It's a level of sweetness that's manageable for me, and there's also a nice complexity there. That beer adds a layer of complexity. You get that malt in there, and you get a little bit more, you know, aromatic depth than say just a regular lemon soda would have in the nose. That said, this doesn't peg as a beer to me. It pegs as a lemon soda of some sort. a lemon soda I would deeply enjoy drinking. And to be honest, I think like this would just be ideal, you know. Say you're at the beach or on a bike ride or something, and after that you stop by a cafe and get yourself like a sandwich and some chips, and yeah, this would just be the ideal thing to kind of go and wash it down with and get back on your way without really catching much in the way of a buzz. Really, the only yes, I am feeling the alcohol a little bit, but it's more it's it's not like a buzz. It's just like you feel a little bit more relaxed. That that's how light it is. Now, a lot of reviews. There's a lot of reviews of this that aren't good. I feel that I should mention it because apparently, for a lot of people, this tastes incredibly artificial, like lemon pledge or something like that. I'm not getting that. Like I said, it feels like lemonade in which you know it's been highly filtered and perhaps they didn't use any of the rind in the making of it. A lot of lemonades, um, they go and squeeze the rind out along with the pulp. And that definitely creates a bit more of an edge to the flavor, and a bit more lemony, uh, you know, um, zingy, zesty sort of aspect to the aroma. But I would guess that they can't really do that and with a canned Radler or Shandy because those oils would inhibit head retention. Thank you, Windows Defender. You have wonderful timing. You come up once a week, but somehow you managed to do it during my review video. Okay, so folks, that was Bitburger Radler. Um, like I said, it doesn't really peg as a beer to me. It pegs as a interesting lemon soda with just a little bit of alcohol added. Excuse me. And yeah, I think I'm going to be revisiting this one again. Uh, I, I know Bitburger's kind of a mass market beer by German standards, but I really enjoy, I really enjoy them. Because they're so high quality, but they're not so complex that you feel like you can't just slug them down like I'm doing right now. And yeah, if you like shandies, if you like rattlers, give this one a try. And that, folks, is your Radical Radler review for this week. Cheers and Prost.